The ocean liner, for her time, was the pinnacle of modern design. Every nation, every company would always try to outdo each other in speed, luxury, and overall ocean supremacy. This is the story of those companies and the ships that brought them to glory. This is Liners. Today, we find a rather sad-looking Aquitania. She was feeling quite lonely at her pier, for she was an old ocean liner, far past her prime. Rust trickled from her portals, and she cracked and groaned in the morning sun as she tugged at her moorings. Good morning, sun. Oh, how lovely you look coming up over the quay. Talking to yourself again, Aqui? Good morning, Nick, my dear. Where are you off today? I'm off to go bring up some barges from upriver. Got a big locking contract today. Oh, that sounds like fun. It must be really nice being a small tugboat. You get to see the world. Me? The world? Aquitania, you finally passed it. You're the one that travels the ocean, not me. That may be, but you're swell enough to get closer to where the people go. You get to see things that I can only get to see from afar, like automobiles and houses. You get to see them up close. I admire that. Well, don't you know how to make me feel special? Everyone's special, darling. We all have our own parts to play on the world stage. I just wish I knew mine these days. Well, I'm old, Nicholas. The world doesn't like an old liner like me. I'm as good as scrap. Now don't say that, Aquitania. You still got it. Now look who's the one giving flattery. Ta-ta, my friend. You need to get going. I don't want you to be late. Chop chop. Oh, do I have to go? Yes, you do. You don't want to lose your contract now. Being on time is very important. Okay. Well, you take care now, alright? Bye, Aqui. With a sad blow of his whistle, Nick left Aquitania alone. Nick was a well-meaning tugboat, but he was young and naive. At 1 year old, his understanding of the world was basic at best. Aquitania looked on as the young tugboat left. She closed her eyes and tried to go back to sleep. Until... Well, look who it is. Old Rust Bucket. Good morning, Rust Bucket! How are you today? Oh, be quiet, Mary. I'm trying to sleep. You're gonna wake up the whole town. Well, you go back to sleep then and leave the real work to the bigger, faster, more modern liners like me. Well, I'm surplus to requirement, unfortunately. You're not even that. You were surplus years ago, but now you're as good as razor blades, my dear. What a way to talk to your elders. I didn't serve with you during the war for you to talk to me like that. Serve? More like held me back. I'm amazed you didn't get sunk. For someone as slow as you would think you would have ended up like that old Lusitania lady. How dare you! How dare you talk about Lucy in that tone! In furious retaliation, Smoke billowed out of Aquitania's stacks as she revved her engines full stern. Ooh, old girl's still got moxie. Too bad you're tied to that pier, or you would have scratched my paint. Oh, I would have done much more than that. To yourself, most likely. Your hull's paper thin. Now I must get going, darling. I am the fastest ship in the world, and I must keep the schedule. Good day, Ship Rustical. It's Ship Beautiful to you, you Edwardian Art Deco hybrid monstrosity. Aquitania was feeling quite dejected. However, soon enough, she would have her chance. Meanwhile, by Cherbourg, France, Queen Mary was making excellent time. She departed Southampton early and was fully loaded with passengers and parcels. Now, world, just look how marvelous I am. Such a wonderful sea. Perfect sailing conditions. I'm cutting through it like butter. While Queen Mary was confident, her captain was not.
All right, Mary. We're going to need to slow down. The reports say that there's a fog rolling in, and we will need nomadic to tend to us while we wait outside harbor.
What? No! This will send my time back. All of our early progress lost!
Sorry, Mary. We just can't risk it. We don't want you bottoming out.
Cherbourg was a small harbor and had a very shallow depth. In low tides, liners could not enter, thus needing little tenders to ferry passengers to and fro, a process that was long and tedious. And today, Queen Mary just couldn't wait. Full speed! Full power! Queen Mary, in obstinate defiance, spooled her turbines to full power. She would not accept help from anybody.
Mary, what are you doing?
I don't need nomadic. I don't need anybody. I'm the Queen Mary, the flagship of the line, and I decide when I need help. Thank you.
Mary, stop! The tides are too low! There's too much fog!
Oh, will you be quiet, old man? You're louder than the parties that go on in my ballroom.
Mary, I'm serious! Stop or we will...
Before he could utter another word, Queen Mary soon felt an odd sensation beneath her keel, and before she knew it, she sped right onto the sandbar. Oh, just my luck. The fog lifts right as I crash into the pier.
You silly great lady! Look what you've done! We're going to need all the tugs in the world to get you unstuck. If we can even get you unstuck.
Oh goodness, what if we can't?
Then you will rot here for always and always.
Oh, corn nuts! Queen Mary's captain sent out a distress call and called up the Cunard office. Needless to say, the company was furious. They needed to handle the situation quickly. Meanwhile, back at the old dock, Aquitania was counting seagulls as they landed on her deck. 2, 3... Oh, bye-bye, 3. Alright, start again. 1, 2...
Aquitania, prepare to set sail. You need to get to Cherbourg pronto.
Oh, me? Cherbourg? Why?
Queen Mary's run aground, and we need a liner to take her passengers. You're the only one on our fleet close enough.
You mean me? Take Queen Mary's passengers? Transatlantic?
Yes, old girl. Now get those boilers up and running. Get to Cherbourg fast. Cunard's depending on you, Ship Beautiful.
I'll do it on one condition.
Excuse me?
Promise you'll give me an overhaul and a new paint after this, and I'll do it. I have a lot more life left in me, I swear.
Aquitania. Me and the board were actually thinking about reinstating you. And things like this is exactly why having a third liner like you is important. Consider it done, my dear. When you get back from New York, we'll get you looking spick and span in no time.
Oh, you mean it? Thank you, sir. You won't regret it. Aquitania set off at once. She couldn't believe her luck. Her big chance had finally come. Smoke poured from her stacks as she made headway. Aquitania was determined to prove her worth. Meanwhile, the scene at Cherbourg was ridiculous. The tugboats were struggling to get Queen Mary off of the sandbar, and Nomadic was having an argument. Now come on, open those doors. No, I can get unstuck. Just one more try. Come on, little tuggies. I have no idea what they said, but that's the spirit, tuggies, come on! Mary, you're stuck worse than Suvik right now! I'm not, I tell you! You know why I'm stuck? It was the Germans, those anti-ship defenses. That's why I'm stuck. I must have ran into one of those. Now, Mary, don't you blame Deutschland for your ignorance. Aquitania? Yes, it is I, darling. I'm here to take your passengers home. You take my passengers? Never! Now, Mary, don't take it personally. It's company's orders. Company's orders? Fools! Aquitania's not fit for service. She's ancient. But she's floating, and you're not. Now be quiet and let Nomadic take our passengers. Do you want to be left here with Aquitania up and running? We might as well just leave you here and take the tugs away. Fine. I'll relent. Here, take them. And with that, Queen Mary finally opened her doors and let her passengers board Nomadic. The transfer process took a little while, but by day's end, all the luggage and passengers were loaded onto Aquitania. Okay, that's the last load. Aquitania, you're clear for departure. Thank you, darling. It's nice to see one of you stars still left. I may be French now, but I'm still White Star at heart. Can you just get going already? I'm embarrassed enough. Oh, come now, Queen Mary. This happens to the best of us. Humph! Just go. Well then, I guess I'm off now. Au revoir, my friends. With a triumphant blast to the world signaling her departure, Aquitania soon left the pier. Sailing into the night, she was very excited. Soon enough, by the next day, she was speeding across the Atlantic. But it wouldn't go without a few hiccups. What was that? Sounds like the whistles of wool.
Normandy, excuse me. I'm coming through on your starboard side.
Yeah? Sacre bleu! Aquitania! I just passed Normandy. I feel invincible. Ouch! What was that?
Aquitania, my dear, I believe that was our first-class ballroom piano falling through the squishy spot in the floor.
Oh dear. Sorry, Captain. Whew, okay, maybe I should slow down a bit. I'm not as young as I used to be. Despite Aquitania showing her age, her passengers didn't mind too much. They were just happy to finally be sailing home. After a tired but triumphant entrance in New York Harbor, Aquitania turned around and returned home. Little did she know when she would return to Southampton, a special surprise was waiting for her.
Right, tugs. Hip hip. Hooray!
Hip hip!
Aquitania!
Hooray! You see, Kane? I told you she could do it!
There goes $20 of my pay for the week.
Whew, Aquitania, just look at your smoke. You need a refit. You earned it. Oh, I'm just happy to be of service. While I love sailing, I forgot how much it takes the wind out of my sails. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh,
Hey, that was a
Aquitania,
good
you're
joke
so
now.
funny. While all of Southampton was congratulating Aquitania, across the harbor, a certain Cunard queen was feeling foolish and left out. Wow. Good one, Queen Mary. Really did yourself in this time. Oh, Cornwallis. Good evening, Queen Mary. I wanted to see how you were holding up after your mishap. Are you alright?
Don't be coy. I know you've come to laugh at me, like everyone else.
Now why do you think I would do that?
Don't you play that game with me. You know why. I've been a fool. I should have never treated you like how I did. You're a real liner, Aquitania, a true lady of the sea. You're graceful, you're strong-willed, and you managed to keep your poise even when I stupidly mocked you. I'm a cad, Aquitania. It's okay to laugh. Aquitania was taken aback. She never thought she would hear such humility from the flagship. However, Aquitania's surprise soon quickly turned into a smile.
Oh, Queen Mary, don't be hard on yourself. Remember when I ran aground a few years back?
You know, now that you mention it, I do remember that time. 11 tugboats it took.
And how many did it eventually take with you?
7.
You see, you're much more lucky than I.
Well, old rust bucket, I guess that makes us two of a kind.
Consider ourselves running mates? Agreed?
Agreed, my dear.
Ship beautiful. Mighty Mary.
Remember Bergengaria?
Oh, that crowd? I remember her.
I remember a time where her and I were getting into an argument about electric lights. She was wired and parallel, and I was wired and
Queen
series.
Mary, that's not how it goes. She was wild and serious, and you were wild and parallel.
Oh, my mistake, Your Highness.
But aren't you named after Her Majesty?
The two ladies talked into the night, laughing and reminiscing. Queen Mary learned a valuable lesson that voyage. Just because someone might be old certainly doesn't mean that they're any less capable.